y'all. It is part three of my series on divorce, my divorce story, and any tips or advice that I can think of to give to women specifically and men as well that are going through the process of divorce. In this series, I like to just jump right in. So, this week we're talking about, this video, I'm talking about how you might feel ashamed or embarrassed to let people know you're going through a divorce. Like, that was my story. I felt so ashamed and so embarrassed that I had now become a statistic. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just how I felt. It's not something that I had imagined or I wanted for myself. So the fact that that was now my reality was a bit embarrassing for me. And I know a lot of women go through feeling embarrassed and ashamed. And it's a few reasons why you may be feeling like that. And I want to just encourage you or give you some words of encouragement if you are still feeling like that now. So, number one, I keep saying this. I'm going to keep repeating this over and over and over again because I need it as a reminder for myself. And I know that you need it as well. And one thing you have to remember is you're probably feeling ashamed and embarrassed because you are caring way too much about what people think about you. I know I am a recovering people pleaser, and many of you are as well. And so, if this resonates with you, you have to just coach and practice with yourself and let yourself know that what other people think about you is none of your business. Okay. So you cannot get caught up in caring what other people think. And a lot of the shame and the guilt comes from what other people's perceptions of who you are, what your marriage may have looked like. You think that you have now become a fraud in their eyes because what they thought was has now changed. And now you're going through this divorce. So F them people, y'all. I don't know a more professional way to say F them people. Okay? Like, you have to just put that in your mind. Like, those people don't matter. Their opinions don't matter. And we're going to keep repeating that and repeating that and repeating that until we feel comfortable enough to live our lives. So repeat it after me. F them people. Okay. So why you might be feeling ashamed or embarrassed was society, the world, media tells you that marriage is till death do us part. And so if you find yourself in a situation where you're ending your marriage and it's not because of that reason, you we are made to feel like we have failed. And that could not be further from the truth for you. And I want you to release any shame or guilt or anxiety or worry around feeling like a failure. If you got through a year of divorce, you were successful. 2 years, successful. 10 years, successful. 20 years, successful. Who determines what's success and what's failure? Who other than you should be determining what is success and what is failure in your life? Exactly. No one. So if you and your partner have decided to go separate ways and that is the best decision for you, then you, my friend, have had a successful marriage. Okay. The fact that you even walk down the aisle, a lot of people don't even get to do that. Okay. Tells me that you were a success. Who you are now is not who you've been. And just to get through life, remember, life is a journey. Life is a journey. And, we have this perception that everybody's supposed to live life the same exact way. And that could not be further from the truth. So, your path just so happened to include an ending of a relationship with this person. But truth is also, you are starting a new relationship or new beginnings with yourself. And eventually, if you choose, with someone else. So don't allow society or this world to make you feel like you are a failure. You are not a failure. You are not a failure. You did the best that you could with what you knew. You did the best that you could with the person and the skills and what you had in that moment. Just know that you did the best that you could, and that's okay. And that's enough. Another reason why, um, have you ever seen like celebrities that file for divorce and everybody is just like, oh my God, they look so happy online and now they're getting a divorce. It must have all been fraud. Have you ever said that or have you heard people say that? Well, that spirit is what also causes people like you and me to feel like, oh my gosh, has my life been a lie? Like, have I been a failure? Have I been a fraud this whole time? No, 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 you have not. That is not how love works. That is not how life works. That's not how any of this works. You have to understand again that there are different phases and stages of life, my friend, and you are just simply growing through life. You are growing through life. So, as we said in point number one, F them people, F their thoughts. And I just want to encourage you to be kind to yourself, to give yourself grace throughout this process, and know that all the reasons that you feel embarrassed or ashamed are invalid. And instead of feeling embarrassed and ashamed, how about you own your part in this process and allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to be human, allow yourself to experience life because truly that is what you're doing. And life is about figuring out what works, what doesn't work. It may not look like what everybody else is doing, and it may look different, and that's okay. So be kind, be gentle to yourself, and know that you are not a failure, honey, at all. You are not. You are a human being experiencing life and going through life, growing through life, and doing the absolute best that you can. And as long as you have that attitude and that mindset, this journey, you're on the right path. So I hope that encourages whoever is watching this. And please continue to share these videos. I appreciate any feedback, comments. Make sure you put some comments, a star, or send them to my DM. Anyway, as I always say every single week, I love y'all. Peace.